What's up with the MyP family? It's your boy LAPA coming through with another video. First and foremost, appreciate you guys tapping in, taking time out of your day to come on the channel. Hit those likes, hit the subscribe, man. It's free. Obviously, if you feel it's worthy of it. And let's just, as you already know, man, this channel is for the youngsters. Predominantly, I'm trying to kick some tales of cautionary kind of aspects for the youngsters to not go into the system, and hopefully some reoffenders for them not to go back into the system, right? Just as a reminder, bro. Like, I ain't a preacher or anything like that, man. But hopefully, man, it serves as a reminder and some motivation hearing these stories, and hopefully it has the opposite effect for them not wanting to live this life, because it's nothing nice, man. As you can tell by the good old caption, that uña, that thumbnail, Thundercat gets the brakes beat off of him, a wood. So I'm going to explain exactly what that means. For those of you that have been rocking with me for a very long time, you guys might remember this story. But like I said, every time I repeat a story, I always add some new details to it. I mean, because my last the previous story is not up anymore because it wasn't on this channel. I used to make my videos really short, but now I like to elaborate because trying to adhere to you guys' wishes. So here we go. I'm gonna take you all the way back to the county jail, Orange County Jail. Uh, it was around maybe probably the last year I was there too, 2006, right before I went upstate, and there was early 2006. Um, so anywho, uh, we're in F28. We're in F28. And for those of you that don't know, the main jail in Orange County, F28 is like a 60 something, 64 or 68 uh, uh, bunk bed dorm. We called it the Thunder Dorms because right there it's not like Theo Lacey. I never been to the barracks in Theo Lacey, um, but I heard some crazy shit as far as how the COs make you, the deputies make you stay on your bunks and all kinds of shit. In the main jail, you got a lot of freedom in those dorms. A lot of freedom. Nobody makes you get on your beds. The cops, nothing, bro. There's only two times a day that these cops go into that dorm, and that's at like 5 a.m., 4:45, 5 a.m. ish, and then the last count, like around, I want to say like five. So probably like 5 and 5 every 12 hours they count. So yeah, everybody has their own beds assigned to them, but we don't see. So like when they put us in there, in their roster, they have us assigned to a certain bunk, but we don't sleep on that bunk. That when we go there to count, to for us to get counted, it's a trip because you have the one side is Sureños and there's Paisas, then there's a Woods, and then there's Asians, blacks, what have you. And the bottom is the opposite, right? Or both, it's opposite on both sides. So, and it's crazy, man, because during count, everybody's everywhere. You could be standing next to an Asian and next to a black because they're assigned. Like some of our assignments is with blacks. You could be assigned to a bunk with the black or black in the bottom, you on the top, or vice versa. But we don't adhere to those rules. We just stand there for count, and they don't. The cops don't give a fuck. They know what it is. They know that we don't sleep on those bunks. But to keep up appearances, they don't give a fuck as long as we're there for count, and that's all they give a shit about. So matter of fact, I misspoke. It wasn't F27. If it wasn't F28, it was F27. My bad. It was the bottom. It reminded me because I just described us being at the end. At the top, it's the agents being at the very beginning at the end. So anywho, F27, and we're chilling, right? We're chilling, man, day-to-day things, playing pinochle, playing chess, and there's freaking pruno fucking batches hanging off the shower. That's the way that we used to heat up the pruno batches, hanging them off the shower. Why? Because hot water cooks the pruno batch faster. So the shower heads we would tie up a big old string, boom, on a 3-gallon bag, and then we'll put a strip going down the batch, and then we just push the button. Man, I used to give shots of coffee to these Woods. I used to stay up all night, just so that every time they pass by there, every 15 minutes, they push the button, they push the button, they push the button. and that will literally get the batch finished uh, at least 2 times faster than it just cooking that by itself underneath the rack, underneath the bunk. So there was this wood, man. There was this wood, man. This dorm right here had a lot of woods that were on pale line. They were on pale line. For those of you that don't know, or for those of you that do know, Sureños, we can't be taking triple CMS pills. We can't be taking pills for the most part, or anything like that. You know, it's not allowed. It'll get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's part of that culture where it's just like, man, you can't be weak minded or anything like that. And uh, we're not gonna put up with JCats type things. You know, anybody that's not mentally sound. So I say that to say that they used to put some questionable individuals in there. And there was this kid, man. There was this youngster, this Wood, that had a Thundercat right here on his neck. I don't know if you guys remember that cartoon, the Thundercats, but that's based. So it's a cartoon. I don't remember it necessarily, man. Shit, I remember the Power Rangers and fucking VR Troopers and all that bullshit, right? I was a kid, but yeah, man. I guess that's where it derived from. So everybody used to call him Thundercat, and this dude used to take psych meds or some type of meds. I don't know what he used to take. Honestly, I mean, he was running with the woods and shit. And in the county jail, obviously, you guys already know. Even throughout the prison system, man, we tend to have some type of alliance with them. Same thing in the county jail. The blacks and the Asians had a little alliance within themselves, and then the Woods and us and the Paisas, we had an alliance. Um, so I guess one day, man, this Samoan dude, I don't even know it's because he didn't like him or whatnot, but they started pressing the issue on this cat. You know, they started pressing the issue on this cat, that he was, I don't know, doing this or doing that or whatnot. And I guess this dude, man, ended up going up to during pill call, you'll go up to, and there's morning pill call, and I want to say nighttime. I think there was an afternoon pill call. I'm not sure. I didn't take pills, so I don't know. But I know for sure there was a morning one and a nighttime, and this happened during nighttime, and dudes started pressing the issue on this cat and this and that, and we got the Woods back and things like that. The agents came to me. I had the keys in the dorm at the time in F-27, and so I was just trying to mediate the whole situation. I was like, what's going on? Like, hey, this kid is probably not right in the head. Like, I don't even know why you guys are tripping. I mean, I know why they're tripping. It's like, maybe you guys should give him a little slack. And I was talking to the Woods, like, hey man, what you guys gonna do about this dude? And I remember the Wood at the time, and I forgot his name, man. Cool dude. He had long hair. And a tattoo. One tattoo on his back. I forgot what it said. Cool dude. And he's pretty much like, hey, bro, like this dude, he's not all there. How are we gonna jump on somebody that's not all there? And I'm like, you know what? Hey, yeah, of course that makes sense. You're not gonna bully somebody like that, but he is a liability. And for us, we can't have somebody like that in our car because we'll roll him out. It's a liability for everybody. It could cause some problems. It could kick off a riot. And obviously, if another race jumps on a Wood, or black or an Asian or anybody, it's gonna kick off. So everything came to a head, and I guess this kid felt the pressure, and he went up there to pill call. And for those of you guys that know LA County and Orange County, I think even Riverside too, i.e. San Bernardino, Riverside, the cops back then were no joke. They were no joke, man. They were beating dudes down, killing dudes, handcuffing them, throwing them off the stairs head first. Then they're cracking their skulls and dying. I got a couple of stories coming on that, matter of fact. Like I said, I got a bunch of stories coming. But this dude goes up to pill call. He goes up to pill call. He's going up there, standing in line. By the time his turn comes, the reason I say that about the deputies, the sheriffs, they're sadistic, man. They're sadistic, man. They motherfuckers have their own gang, bro, in LA and Orange County. The Green Wave, It's skinhead gang and everything, bro. But not even that. There's a skinhead deputy gang, deputy sheriff gang, and then you have other deputies that are just sadistic as hell. Dudes that's Buffon. Buffon was one of them, man. They had multiple murders that he was being investigated for. Big old black ex UFC MMA fighter. Uh, uh, Big dude, bro. So when this dude goes up there, I guess he said like, "Hey, bro, I want to get out of here. They want to beat me up or something." And so I guess they were gonna put hands on him. You know, they're gonna put hands on him. The Woods are gonna put hands on him after so many chances, just so hopefully he'll get in line and things like that. So, but when he went a pill call, he tried to snitch, right? Um, Man, on his way back here, the deputy basically said, "Man, get your ass back in there, bro. I don't want to hear that shit." And on his way down back into the dorm, what does the deputy do? Man, savage gets on the intercom, gets on the speaker. Hey, this dude right here just try to PC up. Yep, his name, everything. Hey, Thundercat. Even he used to call him Thundercat because the kid wasn't all there. He wasn't all there. And look, this is a story, bro, that I feel really bad about. I was on some savage shit back then. I truly apologize from the bottom of my heart to that kid. But I was just on some shit, fighting a life case, on a sick one, just mad at the world, loonyish, So this dude comes back in. As he comes back in, I heard it. Everybody heard it. The Samoan heard it. And it was like everybody just started coming towards the middle. Not everybody, the whole dorm, but it's like I did, the Samoan did, the Wood did, like a little one of everybody. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? This is some way out shit. This was just really trying to fucking lock it up. Once that happens, obviously, in our head, like, bro, that's a green light. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody, there's like a thief. You know what I'm saying? Like. Everybody except for the Sureños, of course, you're not gonna put hands on our people, even if you steal. We're gonna handle that shit because the county jail, you steal, you gonna squeal. I'm just playing, but you're gonna catch the blues. So yeah, man, this dude, he gets to the door and we're all just waiting right there. He walks in, afraid. That fool was scared for his life, and boom, everybody surrounds him. And I come up to the Wood like, "What's going on, bro? What's going on with this fool, bro? What's going on?" And the cop's still talking, bro. He's like, "Yeah, that fool right there. Him right there." And I'm kind of conflicted as far as like, man, is he telling the truth or not? So the Wood asked him. That fool's pretty much like, "Whoa, you guys want to beat me up?" Basically admitted to it. He walks in and all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose, man. The kid tries to go towards the restrooms. The Samoan takes off on him. Boom, 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 boom. I partake. The moment that I partake, one of the other homies shortly jumped in, but it was mainly me and the Samoan putting hands on this dude because to me, bro, at the time I was fighting a case and this dude was telling on me. So I had a big animosity towards dudes that were telling. And I don't say this story to glorify guys or anything like that. Like I said, if anything, man, I feel real bad about this shit, and it's a story of caution. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid didn't deserve this because, for one, he wasn't all there. But when we're in a situation, we don't give a fuck about shit like that. All we care about is it's black and white. Technicalities. The dudes just try to tell, hey, that's a target that we could take out our frustrations on. And that's what we did, man. We jumped on that man. We started beating him up. Everything. Boom, 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 boom. The Woods started getting like, hey, no, yeah, I said, we'll handle him. And we were just like, I was in agreement with the Samoan dude. I was like, nah, bro, it's beyond that now. It's beyond that. This will just try to PC up in front of the whole dorm. Nah, bro, we gotta handle this dude, And if I wouldn't have been involved, obviously the Samoan probably would have fucking got rushed by the Woods, and they would have got their, they would have got their medicine. But no, man, I just didn't agree with what the kid had done. So and one caveat. I mean, one thing too. Footnote. He wasn't burned out to the point where he didn't know what he was doing. Like, he knew what he was doing. He was just real quiet. So people assumed that he was burned out. So to this day, I say that only not to excuse my behavior because it's inexcusable, but to this day, I'm not sure if he was completely burned out or he was just playing a part. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. But anywho, beat him up, boom, boom, threw him in the shower so he could shower. What happens next? The Samoan starts tripping again. And this is the same Samoan that we ended up getting in a riot with, that I ended up, he stabbed me, I stabbed him. So that's a story for another time. I actually already told the story. He pulls him out the shower. He pulls him out the shower, asshole naked, and starts fucking him up. Boom, 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 on the floor and everything. And I run up over there, man. I hit him a few times, but by this point, I'm thinking like, man, bro, like, that's enough. Enough is enough. And I'm telling dudes, hey, homie, that's enough, dog. That's enough. He's like, all right. And then I look down. And the Thundercat, I literally seen the shit coming out of his. He was terrified, man. Poor kid. He was terrified to death. And those dorms, man, you could get away with everything. You could kill somebody and you're not going to get your body found until either count, because obviously you're going to be missing. Can't nobody prop you up. It's standing count. There's 2 standing counts. And so he shits himself, shit all over the place. And obviously the Samoan's like, hell no, I'm cool. He's shitting all over himself, man. Terrified, poor kid. Imagine if you could already get away with shit like that in this dorm, and then having the COs co-sign the beatdown. That's a type of corruption that you see throughout the system, even in prison, bro. You know, reminiscent of the gladiator fights and things like that. Like, you know, even in the halls, bro. Shit, I couldn't imagine why. I went this close without going to YA. And I'm glad I didn't. You know. So otherwise I would have maxed out and everything. But it's sad. It's a sad story. Dude literally shit his fucking. I would say he shit his pants, but he didn't, because he was asshole naked at the shower. But he shit the ground, and to this day I feel fucking bad, you know. And I just wanted to tell that story real quick, because obviously it's sad as shit, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the story, man. I don't know where he's at. The kid is at, but that's the story of the Thundercat. Hope he's doing good, thriving, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. I got some good ones coming. I just wanted to tell this one because it just, like, I'm going to switch it up from time to time as far as the cautionary story and the morality of it and everything like that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be good. Also, my bad. Shout out to my members, Jonathan Gonzalez, Frogger, bro. You guys know who you are. Starting a new channel, APA Raw Reactions. Go check that out on my community post, on my post section. I'm going to be dropping videos there soon, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for supporting.